guys. So today is actually Sunday. It is the morning before Mickey's, or the morning of Mickey's Not So Scary. Right now it is 1 o'clock. We are leaving in 2 hours. But I kind of wanted to talk about kind of like the prep work that Jared and I do. Prep work, that makes it sound like we actually do a lot. The pre-planning and the things that we're planning on bringing, and kind of like what I suggest you bringing and doing for Nikki's Not So Scary. Right now I'm going to finish making my bow. Jared and I are going as Webby and Dewey. Kind of like Disney bound style, so very, very casual. Yeah, also, as you guys may or may not know, I'm trying to get out of coffee, like drinking coffee. And I always, one tradition that I do is I always get a pumpkin spice frappuccino for the party, because like I need some energy. I need, I want that, I need any excuse to get a pumpkin spice drink. Of course, you guys know, like I said, don't drink coffee as much anymore, and I drink tea instead. So I kind of made like a concoction online. It's a chai frappuccino. Basically, it has a little bit of chai tea in it, and I'm going to add pumpkin spice, like the syrup that they have, or the mix, I can't remember what it's called. And then I'm actually going to add a little bit of toffee nut syrup, and on the toppings, on the whipped cream topping, I'm going to have them put salt. So that way it's actually a combination of chai tea latte, pumpkin spice latte, and salted caramel latte, just minus the caramel. I guess I could have them put caramel on it too, but I'm really excited about it. I know it's not very healthy, but we're gonna be walking all over Magic Kingdom, and I'm gonna be burning those calories off, and it's special night, special occasion, right, Kiki? Kiki's sitting here chilling with me. Right, Kiki? Alrighty. There's a kitty cat over there. Kiki! Okay, so things that I bring or suggest bringing for Not So Scary. So Jared and I always have to pack specially when we go to Not So Scary, because you're going to be bringing back a lot of candy, you may be bringing back a lot of merchandise, and typically when Jared and I go to the parks, we only spend like 4, maybe 5 hours there at a time, and so thinking that you're going to be there, because the party doesn't officially start until 7, that's when they start kicking people out, but you can shop for merchandise, get your bands, check in basically for the party, and a couple of other things that I will, or yeah, like getting the card and stuff like that, the sorcerer's card. You can do all that around 4, I believe. It gets earlier and earlier every year though. I think last time we went, it was a little after 3 and they were passing out bands already. So, that said, you're there for what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8 hours. Jared and I rarely ever do park days that long. That said, there's a couple of things that we do try to take. We do try, and we've gotten into a tradition where we eat at the Skipper Canteen. It's one of Jared's and my favorite restaurants in Magic Kingdom in general. Next to Be Our Guest. Reasonable restaurants that we get a discount on. And it's always fun. That we always have a great time when we go there. So we try to schedule to eat there right before the party, like around 5, 6-ish. So when we get out, the party has started and we can start trick-or-treating and so on and so forth. But one of the things I always recommend anyone bring for any Disney trip is a water bottle. Or actually, more importantly, bring a bag that's comfortable to wear for a long period of time. Whether it's a crossbody bag, whether it's a backpack, whatever it is, be willing to and ready to wear that bag for a long period of time, no matter what is in it. So we pack a water bottle. That's one thing we definitely pack to just refill. We'll pack one, of course, Jared and I will share it, but it's definitely important with the amount of walking you'll be doing for trick-or-treating. and you don't know how humid it is, because just because it's fall doesn't mean it's cool weather down here. It could be cold, it could be hot, it could be super humid, even though the sun's down, and you definitely want to be hydrating. So definitely a water bottle. When it comes to trick-or-treating bags, that is kind of up to you. I know a lot of little kids like having their own trick-or-treating bag. Disney does provide bags about this big. They're like, it's like a tough plastic wax material, and they hold pretty well throughout the night, but they don't hold a lot of candy. And if you're like Jared or I, we typically bring he's coming in just a moment. No, he's not. Okay. I thought he was gonna make a cameo here. Speak of the devil. We get a lot of candy, like a lot of candy. Like, we filled up Jared's complete backpack, and then we had 2 popcorn buckets full. And then some, I believe, from last year. And so, but of course the reason we do that is because, you know, you're paying all this money to be able to trick or treat, and they will give you as much candy as you're willing to take, and they will get to a point where they're just like, take it all, take it all, take it all. They may be stingy at the beginning of the night, but towards the end of the night, they're like, just take it. And we split it into we organize the candy, of course, and then he takes the candy he really wants, I take the candy I really want, which I'm going to be taking a smaller amount, of course, because I'm trying to eat healthier. And then the rest of the candy goes to trick-or-treaters, but I'm going to divide it into another portion, my work co-cast members, and bringing like a little bit in every week. And so, but like that's a lot of candy. So like, you definitely get your money's worth, even if you don't buy any merchandise and you just trick or treat. Like, you will definitely get your money's worth in candy. So this year, Jared and I, we're going to do, just because it's comfortable for Jared and I, he's bringing his backpack empty. We plan on doing some shopping, and so we will take one of the Disney merchandise bags and put it in there. And then, when we're actually trick-or-treating, we use our Halloween popcorn buckets that we've got in previous years, and they're about this big. And so basically, when those fill up, we dump them into his backpack. And we just do that literally throughout the night until his backpack fills up completely, and then we just fill up the popcorn buckets. So something to trick or treat with, something to hold the candy. And you can also ask for clear merchandise bags from the merchandise locations. They sometimes run out of those, and so don't expect to be able to just get one, but you can get the little trick-or-treating bags that they hand out for free. You can get as many of those as you want or need. So that I am bringing a protein bar, because I know we're going to be walking around a lot. And I don't want to have to like stop and get something to eat. They will be having a special little Halloween treats that we may or may not get. I didn't really see anything that sounded yummy. Like, a lot of the treats looked like nice and cute, but nothing sounded like, oh my gosh, that sounds delicious, I need to eat it, type of a thing. But we may get something, we may not. But I always get the munchies, and so to not eat the candy, I'm going to eat a protein bar. Jared will probably eat the candy until he runs out or gets full on candy. Let's see, what else? So a snack, some sort of snack to munch on besides candy, something to hold the candy, water bottle, pictures. I highly suggest you take pictures, like, not first thing, but like sooner than later, because after the sun sets, the mood lighting around Magic Kingdom is awesome. Not so great for pictures, unfortunately. And that's anywhere. Magic Kingdom's lighting in general, unless you're on Main Street, the lighting is horrible. And even taking pictures on Main Street, unless you have a really good flash or a good camera that can capture, all of the light that's available, taking pictures is really hard. So I highly suggest taking pictures before sunset. That's going to be one of the first things Jared and I do. We're also going to, like I mentioned, we're going to pick up the Sorcerers of Magic Kingdom card. My husband Jared is obsessed with that game, and he literally has every single card. So getting the new party card is very important to him. I want to go look at the merchandise and see if there's like something we can get. Typically, a lot of their stuff ends up going to our cast member exclusive store. So even if I don't get something now, something might pop up later. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to at least go and look at it. Let me see what else. I'm bringing my magic band, my Mickey's Not So Scary magic band I got years ago, that still works. It's my favorite one. For those who don't know, special magic bands, whatever park you buy them in, is at least this is how it was back in the day, back when I had this magic band. Whatever park you buy them in, so like the party magic bands from Magic Kingdom, the special light up on the touch point will only work at Magic Kingdom. And so that is something. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of touch points, make your fast passes. Fast passes actually go rather quickly, closer to the party time, because that's when people are coming in early. So you want to book those as early as you possibly can. Jared and I are going to do Space Mountain, and then we're going to do Haunted Mansion. Of course, you have to do Haunted Mansion for Mickey's Not So Scary, and then we're going to eat. But in between rides and stuff, we're going to be doing shopping and like picking up the cards and taking pictures and so on and so forth. When it comes, let's see, prepping for Mickey's Not So Scary. When it comes to the Halloween shows, like the Hocus Pocus show, Hallowishes, the Boo to You parade, Hocus Pocus has several showings throughout the day, or throughout the night rather. But the Boo to You parade, I believe, has 2 showings, and then Hallowishes, of course, the fireworks are only once. As far as I know, it's the same same fireworks show they've had for the last umpteen years. I know it's for at least the same show they've had for at least 5 years. So Jared and I like to go and watch, because we've seen it a million times. We like to go and either watch it back in the back of New Fantasyland. We like watching it in Frontierland along the water bridge, or over by Space Mountain, because they have like tables that you can sit and watch the fireworks at. All 3 of those locations are towards the back of the park. The larger fireworks are shot off towards the back of the park. So you will still be able to see those big booms. The smaller ones are set off by the castle itself, and they do project things on the castle, but it's not like Happily Ever After. It's just like they'll project like a picture of a pumpkin, or like little, like for Oogie Boogie, it's like blinking eyes. You know, it's not like they do for Hocus Pocus or Happily Ever After. So yeah, when it comes to that, just make sure, like, kind of keep an eye on time and make sure you're in those general areas. I highly suggest watching it away from Main Street and in front of the castle, because that's going to be really, really busy. Now, Hocus Pocus, a lot of people are going to see the middle of the night shows. A lot of people don't typically see the first showings or the last showings. They'll see them sometime in the middle, especially the ones before Hallowishes and after Hallowishes, because they'll stay to the fireworks and then they'll leave after the fireworks. A lot of people leave after the fireworks. Fireworks are typically around 10, so those last 2 hours, typically you're just getting like the people who are just staying until midnight. When it comes to rides and such, it's hit or miss, honestly. Of course, any ride or show that like is 10 minutes long, like for example PhilharMagic, that's gonna have nobody in it. Oh, speaking of PhilharMagic, they do something really cool. At least I hope they do it again this year, where they show Halloween cartoons, classic Halloween cartoons. They show them on a loop inside the PhilharMagic Theater. It's also a trick-or-treat location. I don't know if that's the same for this year, but it has been in previous years, and having worked PhilharMagic, I absolutely love it. I think it's a great way. I wish they did that when I worked there, because it would have been really cool to get to experience that. Let's see what else. Trick-or-treating lines are going to be super busy early in the day. So if you walk by a line and it's really, also see how quickly it's moving. If a line is moving quickly and it's long, then it's not going to take you very long. If it seems to be moving slowly, just bypass it. There are so many trick-or-treating spots throughout the park. A lot of them won't be busy towards the middle of the day, especially in the evening. The evening is the best time to trick-or-treat, because most of the people who want to trick-or-treat have left, aka kids. let's see. Oh, the Boo to You parade. Boo to You parade and Hocus Pocus. Like I said, try and see them earlier or later in the evening. They have several of them. Boo to You, I suggest seeing the second parade, because the first parade people are going to want to see first, and then they're going to watch Hocus Pocus, and then they're going to see HalloWishes, and then they're going to leave. That's why a lot of the trick-or-treating lines are so busy straight off the bat when the party first starts, because it's all the little kids that are going to be leaving early. Boo to You, I suggest watching it on Frontierland if possible, unless you're planning on catching Hocus Pocus and or the fireworks immediately after. Then you can just like shuffle from one point to another, or you can stay. Me and the girls, I remember we did the parade. We stayed in the same spot we were on the curb, just turned around and watched Hocus Pocus, and then we stayed and watched HalloWishes. But just keep in mind that you may get trapped during those castle shows when the mob surround you. Also, Hocus Pocus and Boo to You, because September and October are our hurricane months. That was really hard to say. We get crazy weather. For example, Jared's and my Mickey's Not So Scary, our original one from last year, our party got canceled because it was the day that Hurricane Irma arrived. Year before that, or a couple years later, the Boo to You parade almost got canceled because it had just downpoured, and the ground was wet. But if it's not raining and the ground is just wet, they'll still do the parade. Unless there's lightning in the area, they'll still do the parade. The characters won't dance, but they come up and they interact with you, which I almost like more. As much as the choreography is a lot of fun, I like it when the characters come up and like talk to you and play with you and stuff like that, more than just watching the parade, especially having seen the parade a million times. So yeah, just keep in mind of that. Keep an eye on the weather. They do refunds pending. I won't quote them on that, but like if you show up to the party, you get your ticket and everything, and then it's just downpouring and thundering and lightning the entire evening, which can happen, just head over to guest relations. You can get a refund and go home. Because a lot of the trick-or-treating locations won't operate outside. They'll try to move them inside, but a lot of them are outside and they won't operate outside. So that's a missed opportunity. The parade, of course, won't go. If there's thunder and lightning in the area, HalloWishes, the fireworks won't go. Of course, Hocus Pocus won't either. So that's like more than half of the fun Halloween stuff that you're paying for that you're not going to get to experience. So they're totally ready for you to refund your ticket if you so desire to. Other than that, I'm going to get started on planning for my makeup to do for Webby, and kind of finished packing and prepping a couple of other things before we have to leave in just over an hour. That's so exciting. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys went to the party, or if you plan on going to the Halloween party, please let me know, and tell me what your favorite thing is, or tell me what you dressed up as for Mickey's Not So Scary. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. So much fun. Thank you so much for watching. Words, the tea is now kicking in. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.